a very difficult one because there is a freedom that is given lifestyle-wise. There's no legalism here. You know, in 1 Timothy 6, here's what it says to people who have a lot of wealth, and we might be surprised what it says. It says, "Command those who are rich in this present world not to be" what? Well, you'd think maybe right now it would say not to be rich, not to have a lot, to give away everything, sell all that you have and give to the poor and come follow me, as he called some people to do. No, what he says is, command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, to think it's all about you, or for that matter, any about you, nor to put their hope in wealth. That's the caution. The more you have, the more you're tempted to worship what you have and center your life on it. Things have mass, mass has gravity. It becomes the center of gravity for our lives, which is uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Aren't you glad that verse is there? I am. I do take my wife out to dinner. No, we don't choose expensive places, but by global standards, we get to go out to dinner, and a lot of people in other parts of the world don't. But we do that, and we thank God for it. We don't feel guilty for it, but we do ask the Lord continuously, Lord, how much is enough? How much is too much? And then he says, command them, the rich in this world, that's really all of us, command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasures for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life.
Amen. So you wouldn't say there's a square footage that above that sin?
No.
There's a car that above that is sin?
No.
That if you own a lake house, that's sin? It might be.
Right. Any of that could be, but it is not necessarily that. But I say the nicer the stuff that we have, the more we need to be careful that that doesn't become our center of gravity.
That's the key.
But use it for Him. If God has entrusted something nice to you, use it for Him and His glory. Sometimes you give it away, other times you share it with others.
Yeah, and listen, we can't sit here and say no one should ever own a private plane, and then you've flown in a private plane that someone had.
Yeah,
right?
So yes.
Yeah, and so my point is that it's not a deal. And typically all of us are sure that whatever that guy is that's living a grade or two or three above us, that's the guy that's got it coming. And listen, he might be, but so might we be. And it's also possible. Materialism does not equal amount. Materialism is an attitude.
You can be poor and you can be a materialist.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it is right that mass has gravitational pull. And so the more you have, the more likely it's indicative of something.